Hi guys, this is Santiago Zapata and we are going to do a very quick streaming of development of OpenArthurianX6. So in the last stream we were working on the pathfinding and on the day and night cycle, and there were a couple of things that were left out because of hold on a second, let me close this. A couple of things that didn't work as expected, and the idea is to work on this. And I noticed what were the issues that we had, so we are going to very quickly fix that, and then we'll get into doing some work on the actual into something a bit different than the last stream. So the idea is to build a new scene that we will be using to test some other stuff. So this will allow us to check how are we currently making the maps, and which will be similar maybe to the tools that we're going to be using when the engine is done, maybe for the first versions of the engine. So what we are going to do here is we are going to fix a problem that we had here, where we were in define path 2. We're doing something wrong because of the checks that we were doing. So very quickly what we are going to do here is we are only going to set walkable to false if the mob.x is different than 2.x and mob.y is different to 2.y. Just figured out that the way that we were doing it was incorrect, and that was leading us to have them not include all the proper mobs in the mask for the pathfinding. Anyways, it should work now. Last time what wasn't working was the actual companions. They were not following the player, but they should now. So here they are following me now. Right, as you can see, I also did some changes on the day and night cycle so that it's happening more quickly. All right, now let's go into what I meant. So I'm going to open the tile editor, which is tiled, and we're going to create something like an outdoors location. So this is the current one. As you can see, basically what we have here is a tiled map, and there's 6 layers. The terrain layer, the vegetation layer, buildings, objects, people, and solid tiles. And basically, the terrain is the base terrain, vegetation, some stuff which is like doesn't block. I mean, it's not solid. You can walk over it. It's more like an adornments for the map. Then we have the buildings. In this case, there's just this altar thing. Objects. And people actually, we are not using this layer. If we go to the source code, the part where we are loading the level is only using the terrain, vegetation, buildings, and objects layer. And actually, none of these determines where you can walk. That's done by a separate layer, which is called the solid tiles layer. And this is where you mark wherever you don't want the player to be able to walk. All right, so we're going to create a new map. It's going to be 64 by 64 tiles, and the tile size is actually 16 by 16, and we're using the tile layer format. Well, I'm not sure about this. Let's leave it at CSV. Okay, and it's going to be called iolos hot.json. We're going to use JSON from the beginning because that's the format that allows us to do some more manipulations on the the data, right? So later on we want to add some meta information to the data, and that's what we are going to use. Then we are going to add the tile set. So the base one that we use, I don't know, I think it's maybe this one, but oh, hold on a second. No, I'm going to create a new tile set. There's something weird here. This version of tiled, new tile set. Okay, this is more than what I was looking for. I don't know why it's not here, but anyways, it's here. So we're going to create a new tile set. This is based on tile set image. Well, yeah, actually I had to upgrade my version of tile. That's why some things here are not very familiar to me, but the basics are, I hope they are the same. So we are going to add the tile set. Can we add all of them? No, just one. Okay. We're going to add this one. It has a transparent color, but it doesn't matter that much. And let's name it terrain. Oh well, this is weird now. You have to save your tile sets. Oh, okay. I think I got it. We can embed it on the map. This makes sense. Maybe they made this design choice where it makes more sense to have the tile set being on a separate file. But we will check into that later. Terrain. And using this, we can create Ayolo's hut. So this is the basic tile set that Tensi created, and it has some grassland or grass tiles around. I think I cannot find them now, but they are here. Oh, where are them? Well, here they are. So we can use this grass as a basis for all, and then include some patches of other kinds of grass. Didn't like that one. Now we can actually polish this a bit more later. Just want to have like a basic outdoors map for some tests that we're going to do. And we are doing this on the tile layer 1, so we are going to rename this one to terrain. Then we are going to create a new tile layer for the vegetation. And let's see, buildings and objects. New tile layer for buildings and a new tile layer for objects. And let's put some trees on the vegetation one, or some flowers. I don't know. This isn't going to be a very pretty. I mean, making a good map takes a lot of time, and I will do that later, definitively, but not today because I want to just create something basic. And then we're going to create the Ayolo's hat. So it's going to be something like this. Actually, let's take a look at Ultima's 5 Ayolo's hat. So this is the original Ayolo's hat. We're going to try to do something similar. I mean, we're going to. Oh, it's ugly. I thought it was higher resolution. Oh, this one's better. Yes, I like it more. So yeah, this is Ayolo's hut. If you have played Ultima 5, you know that this is their starting location. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think that's right, the starting location of the game. So let's recreate this, or make something similar to this. So It's not going to be rounded, it's going to be square. It's going to be a bit bigger, so he can live there. And it's going to be similar. I mean, the contents of it are going to be similar. So first is the basic structure, then let's put some flooring on it. It seems, I mean, here is brick, so let's try to put some stone floor like this. Okay, and again, I mean, to make a good looking map, you need to add some variations and some more stuff. Actually, I screwed up. Well, I should put this on the terrain. As I said, that's more like of an organization thing, because in the end, what determines if a tile is solid or not is a separate layer. But yeah, anyways. And then we need the entrance. Since we haven't implemented doors yet, I mean, that's something that we still gotta do. But let's put this one, oh, hold on, here in the objects. And then this is where this comes in handy, because you have this. And let's put some dirt here in the entrance, something like this. Very simple. I don't know, like this. I promise I'll make it much better for the demo on the game. This is just a very quick thing. Alright, this is the entrance to the Ayala's hat. Then we are going to add a table, some torches. So let's see if there's tables here in the tile set. There's a bed. It's a small bed, but it will work. Let's put the bed on the objects layer. And there's a table, which, I mean, this is a single section table. I don't think this tile set has multi-tiles tables. It doesn't look like it has any of that. So let's put this small table for now. It's going to be like a bit empty. And then he's got 2 chairs. And there's a stop, a barrel, a stop. Let's see if there are similar objects here. Well, I don't see a barrel, but there's like these drawers. Let's put them here, drawer. Well, actually, let's put this one here. We could actually put it here if we were using the correct layer system. So let's fix that. So that's why the object layer is over the building one, because that's how it's meant to work. So we have a shelf there, a stop. I don't think we have a stop here. No, we don't have a stop, but we have some fire, but that's dangerous, like having that inside your house. Oh, there's a barrel here. I like that. Let's put the barrel instead. Oh, the barrel, and let's, no, not sure. Let's put the barrel too here. And some tables, some small tables. I saw a small table. Did I see a small table? Not sure. Let's put, is this a table or a bed? I'm not sure. Let's put another one here. And the torches. I did not examine this tile set prior to doing this streaming, so, and there may be like some additional adornments on a different tile set from Dancy. For now, let's just put this. Anyways, and that will work for now. I mean, we could actually, let's do that. we could do put some of these fences here to do this small farm thing. And we're on the buildings layer. Let's put this do some of these then. No. Do. No. All right. And then no, this is not it. We should put like an enclosed thing here. Well, something like this and this, so they can enter here. Right. And then let's put some dirt there for now. In the terrain, we can put this. And in the vegetation, we can put some flowers or some of these plants. Yeah, it looks better. Okay. Okay, let's put that well. There's a well here. I think there's some tile for that. There's a tile for that. I swear I saw it. Okay, here it is. I think it is this one. It looks a bit weird. Let's put that one for now. In the objects layer here. And finally, maybe we could put some trees, but let's not do that. That takes some time because we need to put them, I mean, using this system, we need to make good use of the white space around, so they had to be layered somehow. We will do that later. And finally, let's create the solid layer, solid tiles layer. And let's mark all the solid tiles as here in this layer. So these are things where we cannot walk. And again, this is in the future when the object system is fully working, maybe we will merge some of these layers. So for example, you will only have to define the buildings layer, and it will know that they are solid. And for example, these are not really meant to be always solid because you can move chairs, or you will be able to move the chairs. So yeah, that will be more dynamic in the future, not for now. And okay, so we define all the layers. So you may be wondering, where do we define the positions of the player when he starts and the enemies? So right now it's not done inside the tile editor, it's done somewhere else, but yeah, that will come in the future. So we're going to modify the scenario data, and it's currently in here, right? But there's a to-do to read it from somewhere else. And so basically on the loader, we are loading this tile, this map, and we're going to do it for the next one. So from the scenario info, we are going to change it, so we'll use the new map, which is called ILS hot, and we're going to reassemble everything, repackage everything. And we're going to check it working here. Okay, monster items. It looks like we included some special things here, so I'm going to modify it to add these layers. So, looks like I forgot to turn the microphone back on after I paused the streaming. So basically what I did in this part of the streaming was I added some tile sets that the engine currently expects to be embedded into the map file. So I had to put the items on the monsters tile set, as well as renaming the terrain tile set to have a lowercase, to start with lowercase. And that last bit was a bit problematic because this new version of the tile editor, it seems to be I mean, it's different than what I used to use. So in this one you cannot easily do that, and I had to go inside the actual JSON file and change that. But yeah, after that it worked, and you can see that I was moving around. I always had and fleeing from the gargoyles. Yeah, basically that's what I intended to do in this depth stream, and the next part we will continue doing some more work on this map, and probably adding a couple more NPCs and trying out their schedules based on the time of the day. So I will see you then.